Rob, we were here last week talking about the Worcester match, and I guess it was exactly how you expected it to be. They came at you from the start, but in the end, Chiefs came through with the bonus point win, which you must have been very pleased about.
Yeah, very pleased. I mean, the truth is we conceded quite a few points the second week running as well, which you obviously want to address and you want to talk about. But sometimes, when a team are throwing absolutely everything at you, you've got to give them credit for the positive things they bring to the game. And I thought Worcester did that, particularly in the first quarter of the game. That brought a huge amount of energy. But actually, in some ways, that kind of suited us because we wanted a game that was plenty of movement, plenty of ball on the pitch, and we felt that was our best opportunity to win. And as it turned out, that's actually what happened. As the game wore on, we created more and more opportunities, and we kind of stuck to a high-energy game. I think great credit to the players. They didn't crumble or become ill-disciplined under the scoreboard pressure that Worcester were putting onto us, quite rightly. And we stuck to our game plan, stuck to our guns, and I think you saw through the game that slowly we kind of came through Worcester and started to impose ourselves, and then we scored the tries we needed.
You told me last week, teams like Worcester, the sides you should be beating now in order to get to where you need to be at the end of the season. Is it the same message for Newcastle Falcons here on Saturday?
Yes, a little bit. We're fighting for something at one end of the table. Newcastle are fighting for something now that that the top six is within genuine, realistic reach for them. And the top flight European competition is a huge thing to involve with. So they've got an awful lot to fight for. But I like to think we've got an awful lot to fight for. We're at home, we've got a proud record, we're on a good run in the Premiership. We're starting to talk about maintaining our levels of intensity that we need if we want to be involved in the top four. And as you just intimated, we are saying to the players that you'll get a lot of your rewards now. If you're looking at the end of the season and you want to be involved in big games, it's the work you do today, it's the results you get this weekend that really decide that. And I think we've got that in us now. And I think we're playing in a good style and we're in a good frame of mind and we're training well. And I'd like to think that we've got a little bit of something about us at the minute that's driving us into producing some good results in some tough circumstances.
With Newcastle next up, what are the key aspects of the game you've been working on this week? Is there anything in particular?
A lot of the time at this time of year, we've obviously paid a lot of respect to Newcastle. We've watched a lot of their rugby. We're seeing how well they're playing. They've scored a lot of points, particularly last week. And to me, I think what's nice about watching them, and scary in a way as well, is that they look confident and happy and they're enjoying their rugby, and they can talk very positively about what they're doing, and the pressure they can put on themselves is all positive pressure. It's all about what they can achieve now this season. It's not about looking over their shoulder and worrying about what's behind them. And I've experienced that here at Exeter, where you get a part way through the season and everything is a positive for you, and you can really look to move on. You can really look to expand small parts of your game. And I think that's what's a little bit worrying from our perspective, is that Newcastle have got a lot to play for when they get here, but they've also got an amount of freedom to see what they can achieve, and that's going to take a bit of quelling. We're going to have to work very hard to kind of quell that ambition from them, but we also have to be prepared to say that we want to show the intensity, because being in the top four is extremely important to us, and that's the battle. The battle is that battle of wills early in the game, about who's prepared to do the hard work and the wearing down process. For the last number of Premiership games, we've been very good at that, and that's something that we've got to maintain this weekend.